Never ends of being a West Ham fan, does it? It never ends. You've been scraping yourself down off the ceiling, and the news just is relentless as a West Ham fan. And we do the YouTube channel. We bring you all the updated news. Of course, Hammers Headlines is in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Mother Brown, kumb.com. Go out there and check over their content. Fantastic content from throughout the world. But we are here to bring you all the news of the day. And like I said, there's been loads coming out of the club, left, right, and centre. And there potentially is a come down after the victory over Fiorentina in the Europa Conference League. European champions, yes, we are. And that's because David Moyes needs to set about improving his West Ham squad ahead of the Premier League and Europa League campaigns of the 2023-24 season. And some players aren't potentially up for the task. Not only that, but Captain Declan Rice is potentially expected to leave the club this summer. Go and check out the video I did earlier on, or will he? Now, it can't be forgotten that until late in the season, West Ham were very close to slipping into the relegation dogfight. And at that end, improvements in the first team must be made. So alongside Declan Rice, there's a potential of upwards of 6 players potentially leaving the club in the summer. According to several sources close to the club, they are Gianluca Scamacca, who have also done another video on, linked to Roma. Ben Johnson, the young starlet who's not been getting a lot of chances as of late. The player you can see in the image here, Manu Lanzini, is likely that his contract will not get renewed and could be heading to Besiktas or potentially back to River Plate in his home country. We did hear about the youth players Jamal Baptiste and Mipo Odubiku heading out the door. They will not be on the retained list once that is announced from West Ham. However, another player that potentially could be on the way out is Said Benrahma. Now, that is a massive, massive player that you probably did not expect. Now, that is a shock contender for a player heading out the door, but according to sources, they're saying that West Ham could sell Said Benrahma this summer in order to sanction the move for Leicester City winger Harvey Barnes. It's been well known for a while that Barnes is a key transfer target of West Ham, and Benrahma could be sold in order to facilitate that move. Now, Moyes is desperate to add more pace and power in the front line, and he does look like he could provide that, Harvey Barnes. And it'd be fair to say that Moyes and Benrahma have not always enjoyed the best of relationships on the field since he's moved to the club. And he has a cult following at West Ham. No, you can't deny that. And he has a hero status at the East End after scoring vital goals in the business end of the campaign in the Europa Conference League against AZ Alkmaar in the semi-final and Fiorentina in the final. Of course, he bagged 12 goals and 5 assists in 52 games for West Ham this season, according to the Opta reports. That puts him behind only Jared Bowen and Mickey Antonio for most goal involvements. And now it appears that maybe some might think that this could be the end of the road for Benrahma, but let me know in the comments what you think with regards to potentially seeing him go out the door. There are other players that are also in contract negotiations, but we do expect Fabianski, Creswell and Ogbonna to be on the retained list should that be offered, and they should be offered potentially 12-month extensions. So what do you think when it comes to these players? For me personally, I think, I think Lanzini's going, right? I don't doubt that for a second. I think Lanzini will go. I'm a bit disappointed because I think there's still a role to play at the club, but Moyes hasn't been using him as of late, so there's no point there in keeping him. His contract's up. He's going to potentially go back to Argentina. I wouldn't like to see him play at another Premier League club, if I'm being brutally honest, because he's been at the club for such a long time and given us such a fantastic career when it comes to West Ham. Now, when it comes to players like Scamacca, go check out my video I did earlier on. I give you my opinion on that link with regards to Roma. Jamal Baptiste and Mipo Odubiku, the young lads that had so much promise, but it's not really entirely worked out for them as well in a West Ham shirt. Really disappointed for Ben Johnson. I think he's been pivotal as to why West Ham over the last couple of seasons have progressed, but I think he's been a very unfortunate player and dealt with the circumstances that's been given to him. He's had to play in so many different positions, and sometimes with the chop and change, it just does not work for certain players. When it comes to Saeed Benrahma, I don't think he's going to leave the club. Really don't think he is going to leave the club. I think he's here to stay for a while longer. He's won himself a trophy, a major trophy in the European competition, and I think he's going to be a fantastic player for West Ham moving forward, a player that is exciting and can play through the middle. Hopefully, that is where I would love to see Saeed Benrahma play. Now, let me move on to the last story for you, and that is that, according to sources in Denmark, Nathan Trott is looking likely to sign a new 1-year loan extension to his deal with the Danish club Vejle, if that's how you pronounce him. The 24-year-old goalkeeper came through our academy ranks at West Ham and made one senior appearance for the club. Last summer, he spent on a development loan to the Danish second division outfit, the team I've mentioned, to gain regular game time. And despite a slow start there, he managed to establish himself as a regular in the starting lineup. He helped the Danish outfit earn promotion to the first division by keeping 10 clean sheets out of 20 outings. Now he's set to enter the final year of his contract with West Ham and is due to return to the London Stadium at the end of his loan spell. However, according to the reports, they've convinced him to stay for another year at the club to help them in the first division. Now, that has been a big move for him, and I think it's a great thing. I think it's a good decision for him to go and get some game time, especially when we probably see the transition, probably, if Ariola become West Ham number one goalkeeper past the summer, with Fabianski potentially signing a 12-month extension and becoming the second goalkeeper, and it keeps Trott there or thereabouts, and sees what he's potentially got in his bandwagon as well. So what do you think of that one? Are you happy with Trott heading out the door? Let me know in the comments section. There's your short, sharp, straight to the point Hammers headlines for today. Tomorrow, make sure you do join us for another West Ham Daily and, of course, another Hammers headlines. There will be some more little shorts videos going out for you from some experience and some memories over in Prague, so please keep your eye on them. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, hit the join option as well. Thank you very much for watching, and of course, come on, you Irons.